¿Cómo están todos? Welcome back to my channel and thank you for clicking on this video. And for this video, as you saw by the title, I will be making topoguillos. It could also be known as charamuscas, hielitos, bullies. I don't know how you may know them, but we call them topoguillos. Topoguillos is basically a treat or an ice cream made in Guatemala, or I know from Guatemala. My mom, actually, if you guys remember from my last video, I was talking about recipes and food made in Guatemala, so I was really inspired into actually making something. And with topoguillos, I felt like it was something special because she was mentioning to me that my grandmothers used to make it back in Guatemala, and I have a childhood memory of whenever we would go buy pan dulce at a panaderia guatemalteca, we would always come out with a topoguillo. And I wanted to share with you guys a recipe that is super easy and healthy because you can pick the flavor, how much you want to put of each ingredient. And for this video, I will be showing you two flavors, which is the ones that are most favored or most liked here in my house, which is Coco con leche and Pepino con limon, which is like coconut with milk and cucumber with lemon. So without any further ado, let's get started on this video, and I'm so excited. Okay, so our first flavor is gonna be Coco con leche. I'm gonna show you guys the ingredients and also the steps and how to make it. Okay, so we're gonna start off with coconut flakes. Since it is coconut flavored, the amount of coconut shreds is depending on how much you want on it, but we're gonna be using sweetened coconut flakes. We're gonna be using lechera, which is my favorite. We are also going to be using coconut milk just to give it more of that coconut flavor. We're gonna be using a cinnamon stick, and we're also gonna be using 1/4 of a gallon of milk. We're also gonna be using some vanilla. And I also want to share this with you guys. We have extra sugar here. I know lechera is really sweet, but for the whole mixture, you want it to be extra sweet because when it freezes, I heard, my mom told me, that it loses a lot of its sweetness, and you want it to be extra sweet, so when it freezes, it still remains pretty sweet. So here in our house, we use Splenda as a sweetener. You can also use white sugar, regular sugar, whichever one is your favorite. Also with the milk, you can do it with the milk that you prefer, that you like back at home. So these are basically the ingredients that we will be using. We're gonna start off by boiling this 1/4 of a gallon of milk with a cinnamon stick. Put the milk with the cinnamon stick to boil. Now we are going to add coconut milk. My mom was telling me that back in Guatemala, they wouldn't use like these cans with coconut milk. They would actually like shred the coconut and make the milk out of it. So I think that's pretty interesting. So right here I have the lechera open, and I already used it, so it's already halfway full, and I'm only gonna use half of the can of lechera into the boiling milk with cinnamon. And for extra sweetening, I'm gonna go with my Splenda to add more of the sweetness to it. So now that we added the lechera, I do want to add that you should check the sweetness once you put the lechera in, and that's the amount of extra sugar, or if you want to make it sweet with just the lechera, you can do that as well. Just be making sure to taste it to see how sweet it is, how sweet you want it. Now we are all done with the flavor of Coco con leche. We're just gonna let it sit and cool down for a little bit. As you guys saw, it doesn't take a lot of ingredients. It's super easy and fun to make. As you guys saw, my mom was helping me out a little bit. She was assisting me. But now we're gonna go in with our next flavor, which is pepino con limon. It's the same thing with this ingredient. You can add as much pepino or as much lemon depending on how sour or just a little bit of taste you want into it. We like it a little bit sour, so we're gonna make it kind of sour, but it's also super easy, few ingredients and super fast to make. We cut up 2 pepinos, and I went in with a spoon to cut off the seeds just because that's my choice. You guys can leave it or take more of it out. Also, we used a juice of 4 lemons, but it didn't have a lot of juice, so I went in and cut 2 lemons like this. We are using 1/4 of a gallon of water. And for sweetening, we are using Splenda once again. Also, when it comes to blending, this is your choice. How thick you want the pieces, if you want it really blended. We like to feel, like I said, same with the coconut, we like to feel the texture, the chunks of whatever it is that we're making. So when it comes to the packaging of the topoillos, there's a special kind of bag that you're supposed to use. But for time purposes, for this video, I didn't get to actually get a hold of one. So I went to the dollar store and I got these sandwich baggies, which are bigger, way bigger than the ones I'm supposed to be using. But I found a DIY, which I'm going to show you guys, which I made this size look into this size. Yeah, I wanted to show you guys this because this is the truth right here. I wasn't able to get the real ones, so I'm using what I have, what I can use. So now we're gonna get ready to fill the baggies in. My mom still doesn't want to come out of the video, but she's showing her beautiful hands. She's gonna help me. So with the measurements that we made, we got 7 bags, but they're big, they're pretty big. Now that we are done with the baggies, we're gonna put these into the freezer. And while we did this, we allowed the coconut mixture to cool down because we don't want to put it hot into the baggies. So now that the mixture of the coconut is cooled, we are gonna go in and put a little cap of vanilla extract in here. Alright guys, so I'm all done with the topoillos. I put them in the freezer for a couple of hours. You can leave them overnight, which will give you the best results because then they're really frozen. I'm gonna show you guys how they look, how they turned out. Both Coco con leche, coconut with milk, and Pepino con limon. And here we have them. I don't know if you guys can see them that good. But right here we have Coco con leche, coconut with milk, and we put them in these little containers. They can like stay in this shape, which is like this. We have Pepino con limon right here. If you can see them, they look so yummy. This is how this one looks. So usually how we eat this, how you're supposed to eat it, basically for those that haven't seen this before or like don't know how do you eat it, like do you unwrap it? What we do in this case, you bite a little corner. So you take a little corner off. No, and it leaves like a little gap like this. Obviously you don't eat the plastic, you just take out the goodness from inside. I would definitely recommend to do this at home. It's super easy, delicious. Shout out to my Guatemaltecos who created this, for my mom who helped me during this whole process. She didn't want to come out in the video, but she was with me this whole time helping me, telling me how to do it and all of that good stuff. So I'm super happy. I hope you love this idea. I hope you try it at home. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, leave your comments down below, and share. I will be seeing you guys next Friday. Love you. Bye.